Hello, fellow readers. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Book review: The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. It says, break through the blocks and win your inner creative battles. I don't really remember exactly where I heard about this book. It was in something I got in an email. They referred to it. Or maybe it was another book I was reading. Like I said, I don't remember, but it sounded interesting. It was a quick read. I read it in a couple of days. It's basically a bunch of short essays, 1, 2, 3, or 4 pages in here. And he talks about basically how to get things done. The funny thing is, I mean, I've been around the sun 57 plus times now. Most of this stuff that I read, these new books, and in fact this book really isn't that new. I believe it was written in 2000 or published in 2003 or copyright 2002. So it's 10, 11, 12 years old now. But the thing is, it's a lot of the stuff that we learned, decades ago. There is a quote I would like to share out of the book. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see. Page 26. When we drug ourselves to blot out our soul's call, we are being good Americans and exemplary consumers. We're doing exactly what TV commercials and pop materialist culture have been brainwashing us to do from birth. Instead of applying self-knowledge, self-discipline, delayed gratification, and hard work, we simply consume a product. And the reason I like that quote was because if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been talking about why do we do the things we do, how our brain works. I mean, why do we buy things we don't need? Why do we engage in behavior that's self-defeating? Why are we in our own way? These questions. He talks about some of the questions, like the big questions that people ask, like, what's the meaning of life and things like that. But basically, this book just says cut out the BS and get to work. I mean, how much simpler can it be? In fact, on my to read list, there's a book called Daily Rituals, where they're talking about the author, I think, has compiled the daily rituals, like 160 some odd people who've made a difference to the planet. And what were their daily rituals? Well, I mean, the thing is, when it all gets down to it, it's just, hey, you just gotta get to work. That's simple. But it is a good book. It's a quick read. I recommend it if you've never read anything like it, and even if you have read something like it, it's a good reminder. It's one of those things where I like to read these things every now and then, so I'm human just like the rest of us, or I'm almost human, but sometimes, get into slumps and just not getting things done. I know I should get things done, but just kind of gotten off track a bit. So this book is not necessarily a kick in the pants, but it'll definitely get you thinking about getting back on the path if you've strayed from it. So once again, The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. Good book.